What happened to me in 1996 is I had been praying. I wanted to do what David did. I wanted to do 24/7 prayer and worship. There in Pasadena, God began to burden me that I wanted to do on earth what's being done in heaven. That the atmosphere of heaven is day and night worship and intercession. There's a throne there, and on earth we go to the same throne. Mm-hmm. That earth was made to do what heaven was doing. Mm. And I got this burden to do 24/7 day and night prayer, just Davidic worship, that God would find an atmosphere where I lived that was like the atmosphere where he lives. I was reading an article by James Gall, mm-hmm. and about how he had gone to Herrnhut, where the Moravians had done this 100-year prayer meeting. You're familiar with that. Yeah. Day and night worship, and it launched the greatest missions movement of its time, mm-hmm. as the foundational inspiration of much of what we're doing. And he went there, and he came back. I'm reading this article at Mott Auditorium and in Pasadena, and he said there's going to be, the Lord spoke to him that there'll be 120 cities that would launch day and night intercession 24/7, and then it would spread all over the world. This is 1995, 1994. Wow. This gripped me. I went running down into Mott Auditorium and weeping, wailing, crying, "Here, Lord, Mott Auditorium, 24-hour house of prayer." I'm crying, "Here, Lord, Mott Auditorium, 24-hour house of prayer." Wow. I had only met Jim Gall one time. Okay. I'm crying this, having just read his article, and I get a phone call. And I feel like I'm going to take the phone call. I run up. It's my prophet friend, Chris Berkland. Okay. He calls me on the phone, and I said, "Chris, I'm reading this article by this guy named James Gall of this 24/7 prayer movement coming out of Herrnhut, and I'm crying out, 'Here, Lord, Mott Auditorium, 24-hour house of prayer.'" And he says, "Well, Lou, that's why I'm calling you right now. Because I'm in this other city at a YWAM base, and I'm listening to Jim Gall preach this very moment." Wow. And just this moment, he suddenly stopped preaching and began prophesying. "Lou Engle, Mott Auditorium, 24-hour house of prayer. Lou Engle, Mott Auditorium." The same time I'm crying, wow. He's prophesying. Those kinds of words are not nice words to encourage my heart. They actually are prophetic words that cause bones to rattle and movements to occur. And the Lord began to speak to me. I'm going to raise up a Moravian lampstand all over the earth. It's how I'm going to fuel the greatest missions movement. I'm going to get my dwelling on earth. John Wesley said, "I lived among a people whose conversation was in heaven." How long will it be until this kind of Christianity fills the whole earth? Wow. It was relational love. It was a joining of love, unity, spawning a prayer meeting, a baptism of the Spirit, and 100-year prayer meeting launches one of the greatest missions movement. It was one of the purest forms of Christianity ever seen. And I believe he wants it all over the world. Amen. So 2 years go by, and I launched in 1996 at 24/7 House of Prayer at Mott Auditorium. I launched it at 24/7 and on a 40-day fast. And I was praying about the Moravian lampstand, and Jim Gall ended up coming and prophesied, "Can these bones live again?" We launched 3 years, small, 2x2, 3x3, sometimes 30, day and night for 3 years. And the call was born out of that. And the Lord began to show me that great movements have accumulated prayer to launch the greatest arrows. Okay. It's the book of Acts. Mm-hmm. Tarry here in Jerusalem until then this suddenly occurs, and it's all through the scriptures and all through history. And the Lord gave me my life job description: raise up a house of prayer that will challenge Islam and Buddhism.